Located on 225 acres in Garden City, Long Island, Nassau Community College, a member of the State University of New York system, has close to 20,000 students attend the school each year. The college mascot is Leo the Lion, and these are his stories of the school's absolute best and brightest who have graduated over the past 50-plus years. So let's catch up together as the Alumni Association of Nassau Community College proudly presents Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Welcome to Lion Tales. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and I am a director on the board of the Alumni Association at Nassau Community College and a proud graduate. I am here to celebrate the successes of our alum, and together we will share stories that will uplift, inspire, and often amuse you. Each week, I will introduce you to the alumni of Nassau Community College, interested in sharing their experiences while attending the college and the secrets to their success. Look for many new and exciting events on the Alumni Association social media pages and share any exciting news with us on Facebook, Instagram, or on our webpage at ncc.edu/alumni. And join the association as a lifetime member. Find me on X at Dr. Lynnda Nadien. The lion is the mascot for Nassau Community College. The lion is associated with balancing power, intention, physical strength, and grace. Our alum possess these same characteristics and symbolize courage, nobility, royalty, strength, stateliness, and valor. Lions, all of our alum, contribute to the beauty of our college society. Together we are Lion Tales. Today, I would like to welcome to Lion Tales Todd Silver, class of 2000. Todd graduated from Nassau Community College in 2000. He continued his educational journey at SUNY Oneonta, followed by Dowling College. He is currently a special education teaching assistant in elementary school in the Islip School District. Todd is interested in sports and music, having been a sports writer for the Nassau Community College Vignette, and he even won the Student Activities Award his first semester. Todd's main hobby is going to autograph signings and meeting his favorite athletes. He currently works at 2 concert venues on Long Island, and he enjoys bike riding and going to concerts. Welcome to Lion Tales, Todd Silver, class of 2000.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here.
No problem at all.
What were your intentions upon high school graduation? What led you to Nassau Community College?
So upon graduating high school in 1998, I really wasn't ready to go away. So, Nassau was the only, suitable choice. And I came here for the 2 years, and I took some great classes. And by the time I graduated in 2000, I knew I was ready to go away. So that's when I ventured out to SUNY Oneonta.
Yeah. And how did you feel being prepared? A lot of people talk about going to a community college first, right, and feeling, pretty prepared to do the 4 year. When you got to Oneonta, what was that like?
It was different. It was different, but I definitely enjoyed my time here going to Nassau. It definitely prepared me to, mature and grow up a little bit before going away. I took some great classes here, and, a lot of people say, oh, it's 13th grade, it's really not college. But for me, I thought it was a great college experience, and I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot here.
Yeah, that's what most of the alums say as well. Now, your first experience is being on the campus. You were writing for the Vignette. How did that come about? So
I was always into journalism, and that was my main goal going into college. So I joined the Vignette, the student newspaper here at Nassau. And, I did mostly sports, but I did some entertainment features as well. Mm-hmm. Actually, my first story that I wrote here was the cover story. We had the band Fuel play in the fall to, I guess, the opening event here for the students, and it was the cover story. So I did pretty well, and I also won the Student Activities Award my first semester, so that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's amazing. And also about some of the events on campus at the time still included rock bands or rock and roll, because for us, I remember when I was first here on campus, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts played.
Oh, nice.
And I think the Ramones did a show, and it was like pretty big names to be on campus, and they were right in the middle of the campus. Right. Everybody was sort of involved in, the hype of that. So
cool. Those are big names right there.
Yeah, they really are. And so with the Vignette, what were some of your responsibilities?
Just attend the sporting events and the featured events, write about it, submit a story, and it was submitted, for the next edition. It was pretty cool to see that my stories with my name in the byline, for everyone to read. So it was pretty cool.
Right. And now that still can be added to your resume that you did that.
Yeah, of course.
Would you consider doing any other writing in the future for, like rock kind of
If
journalism?
the opportunity arises, why not?
Yeah. I think a lot now also on social media where, people post things, but I see now, even with a post, there's a lot more writing. People are sort of really relaying a lot of information about like bands that they love or, hobbies that they have. So it's definitely sort of like the venue for that.
I continued doing the writing when I went to Oneonta also. I was a sports writer over there as well.
Yeah.
So, I carried it over.
That's great. What were some of the differences between, let's say, being at a community college and then going up to SUNY?
Oh, it was, the commute, obviously coming to Nassau, I was at home, going home at night and, it's just, it was a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
It was a great educational experience here. Mm-hmm. Like obviously I went here, then to Oneonta, and I always tell people that the greatest educational experience I had out of both schools was here at Nassau.
Yeah. I feel the same way. And a lot of the people that we get to interview and talk to, feel that Nassau really sort of laid the groundwork for their future, in educational study or whatever they decided to do.
Right.
Now, tell us about some of your favorite professors that you had here. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember one. My last semester here, I took a great marketing class with Professor Bloom. I don't know if she's still a faculty member here, but she was great. And I've had some good ones. And I don't remember their names, but I took some good classes with other professors. And my first semester here, I really took a fun class called, I don't know the exact name, but it was like Intro to Nassau, where the professor taught us about like what to expect on campus and other things, just about Nassau Community College in itself. And it was pretty cool. It was a fun little class.
Yeah, a lot of the professors really, sort of, again, inspired students to, bring out the best in their ability and their talents, which is really great. So now you've graduated almost 25 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing. That's 25 years ago.
I know. It's amazing. So do you think that community college life served you well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed every second.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wasn't ready to go away right out of high school. And once I did my 2 years here, I couldn't wait to, head up towards Oneonta.
Yeah. And so your main interest at the time, like leaving here with your associate's degree and then heading up to Oneonta, did you think you wanted to be in education or?
No, I wanted to do communications or journalism or behind the scenes at a radio station, or I worked for a sports team, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then I graduated Oneonta right after 9/11.
Yeah.
So it was not a good time to look for the jobs.
Right.
Because not many people were hiring. So, I was good working with kids.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, you should go into teaching or look into teaching. Mm-hmm. So then I went to Dowling to get my master's. And I'm in teaching now, and, it's going well.
Yeah. And so your master's is in elementary education?
Elementary education, yeah.
Yeah. And so now currently you're working in special education, with young children.
Right.
And describe how, some of your talents that you have kind of transition over into the field of ed, because a lot of times we notice that anyone who has educational experience, all of our kind of talents and interests always overlap.
Right.
Do you find that that's true in the classroom now?
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a personality.
Yeah.
I like to have fun and make people laugh, so I always do that. But at the same time, I know when to crack down and do the job.
Yeah.
So I always have fun with my students. I always try to make them laugh. Always try to make them smile, and they enjoy it.
Yeah. What do you think is sort of the biggest challenge for, especially in elementary school, when students are coming in for the first time and they don't have a lot of experience in school? How do you sort of work with the teacher to create that comfort level for them?
Yeah, you just do the best that you can.
Yeah.
You put on a smile, you have a positive attitude, and it goes a long way.
Yeah.
If someone walks into a classroom and they see a teacher with a upset face, or they know it's not going to be good, so just put on a smile and be positive.
Yeah. And what do you think kids are coming in with now in terms of their skill set, especially some of the little ones, like the second graders?
Right.
What do they teach you?
To have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Definitely to have a lot of patience and just have fun.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Do you find that they I mean, I know obviously music is part of the curriculum. So during the day, during the week, they probably have a music class. But do they know songs like, how like I think our parents may have sang like a lot of the oldies but goodies to us.
Okay.
And now some of the kids come in and they only know, Taylor Swift or they only know the Jonas Brothers.
Unfortunately, they know them, right?
Yeah. And I always say to I have identical twin nieces, and I always say to them, they're like, you always have the Beatles on in the car, because as soon as you come in the car, the Beatle channel is on. Yeah. I said, I don't always have them on. But, how do you expose them to like more than just what's there? If you have the opportunity to, teach them about going to a show or concerts.
Yeah, we do a lot like online, a lot of videos and stuff, and that's what gets them motivated and going.
Yeah. It's really incredible. You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Todd Silver, class of 2000. So one of your main hobbies is autograph collecting.
Yeah.
Which I'm very interested in that. So tell us about, being a, 21st century autograph collector.
Yeah, so I usually go with my best friend, and we're big autograph seekers for especially wrestlers. So, there's always signings and conventions and local stores that have signings. So we're usually, right in front of the line and meeting our favorite professional wrestling superstar. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah. And I also, my son loved wrestling for his, he's 24, but when he was 4, the first famous person that he met was John Cena.
Okay.
And they waited online at Roosevelt Field.
Oh, wow.
What was that? What is that one called?
Steiner Sports.
Yeah, Steiner Sports. Yep. And actually, my parents waited with him. And when he got to meet him, he said, "How you doing, little buddy?" My parents told me that he did get to meet him. And then we would go to Wrestling Universe, which is in Flushing. Is it still there?
Oh, yeah. My best friend, the one that I go to the signings with, he introduced me to Wrestling Universe.
Yeah.
And we haven't been there in a little bit, but we go when, there's someone there that we really want to see.
Yeah. And then the, book signings also, like if any of the athletes, we met Bernie Williams.
Okay.
And, Dick Van Dyke, like a lot of people, going to some of those. But I think it's really such a great hobby. When you talk about autographs, when you're standing with the person, do they personalize it to you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
We usually don't like to get it personalized because it just takes away.
Yeah.
Just in case, down the road you want to make a sale or something.
Yeah,
so it's hard to sell something with your name on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I usually don't get them. I don't like them when they are personalized.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think, sometimes they will only write 2, or sometimes they won't write. They'll just sign their name.
Right.
I don't know why though. I'm always wondering, and sometimes you try to sneak like other memorabilia and see if they'll sign it too. It's
really good when the athlete or the personality is like friendly and appreciates their time there. But sometimes you run into some that just like give you 2 seconds and that's it. Don't even give you the time of day. So you wait online all this time and in 2 seconds it's done. So that's kind of disappointing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I've gone to so many of the signings, and I remember my mother-in-law waited online for Luciano Pavarotti for like hours. And then finally when she got up there, he was like, didn't even know what was happening. He just signed. And then, sometimes people forget and they just like sign the tablecloth. Do you like getting memorabilia signed, like a baseball or?
Yeah, so with the wrestlers, I have like this encyclopedia this book that an author made, and it has all the wrestlers in it. So I bring that, so it's like a book with everybody in it. And I also collect Funko Pops. So if I have the Funko Pop, I'll have them sign that as well.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
We have a lot of those too. Now, they're like so interesting because sometimes I don't know who has a Funko and who doesn't.
Right. Almost everybody under the sun has one.
Yeah. I don't, who doesn't have one? John Lennon has one, but I don't think Yoko does. But I think they have to make one. You have to have a Yoko.
We should get one with you on it.
Yeah.
Right?
I would love to have that. But you know what I mean? Because you got to have the balance. Like, you couldn't just have one Beatle and not have all of them.
Right.
You have to have all.
Yeah, of course.
And when it comes to WWE, why do you think that that's so like exciting when people, meet the wrestlers?
Oh, because, WWE is a big company.
Yeah. And
it's going to be a big company the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
And just people like these larger than life characters that they watch on TV, every night.
Yeah, it's. I've been to a lot of the events, and I'm so surprised, like how entertaining it is. Like it really and truly is. When I saw one at Nassau Coliseum, it was really worth going, and we really had a lot of fun. And I don't think
I've
people
been to
realize.
tons of those. Yeah. I don't go to anymore. I'm over it. But I just go to the signings and.
So, what are some of your most prized autographs that you have?
I have a chair from a recent event here at Nassau Coliseum. It was called Evolution, and it was an all-female pay-per-view event. And right at the pandemic, someone was selling it for dirt cheap, and I ran to get it. Yeah. And it has all the females that perform that night, and I get them to sign it, when they come around to these events. So that's a pretty cool something that I have. And, I have a variety of things that are nice to see.
Do you like autographs more so than memorabilia, or you like both?
I like more, getting the autographs, meeting the stars.
Yeah. And what about action figures? Because WWE has so many.
Yeah, I have some of those as well. Yeah. So Funko Pops, all the figures, we like to get signed as well.
Yeah, we have. I mean, my son was just a massive WWE, and we have so many things that were kind of chasers. You had to kind of go and get it.
Yeah.
What was that one? There was KB Toys in Plainview at one point, and they had like a big collection.
Of course, and Toys R Us, but now they're no longer.
I know.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
So now if you want to get the figures, Target or sometimes Walmart will have them.
And that's why there's always like a lot of grown men in the aisle, because they're buying it for their collection, not so much for kids. So now you also work in at concert venues.
I do.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I teach during the day, and then at night I work at two of Long Island's most popular concert venues. I work at the Paramount in Huntington, and over the summer I work at everyone's famous Jones Beach Theater, which is quite amazing. And I've been in that field for 5 years now, and every time I still walk into Jones Beach to work over the summer or the Paramount, I look up and be like, wow, am I really like an employee here, not a fan? Because I was a fan of both buildings, and I always go to concerts in both buildings, and now I'm like part of the team, part of the staff, and it's just amazing. I love it. Both of them are amazing, and both of them are very different from each other. Yeah. So it's a great field, great jobs, and I love them.
Yeah. When you have an indoor concert versus the outdoor, what's the difference?
Well, the Paramount's the indoor venue. Yeah. It's a little bit small. It's a lot smaller, I should say, than Jones Beach. Mm-hmm. But as a teacher, to work at Jones Beach Theater, to go to a show every other night is just for me, the greatest thing in the world. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. My department is amazing. We have the best time with each other. And just everybody I work with is amazing, because everybody loves being in that field, in that situation during the summer.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you love it. And I mean, why do you think live music is so important, like for people to come out to shows?
It's hearing live music, whether it's like, an actual band or a national band, I should say, or a local band. It's just hearing local music, seeing your favorite local band or national artist is just amazing. It's you see them away from the TV or from the album, and it's awesome. It's just a great feeling.
And so, in terms of selling out, like when it comes to the Paramount, they've had some really incredible shows.
All the time.
And they definitely sell out. And it's so good to see that people are back out and trying to go to these shows. And then as far as Jones Beach, it's like sort of an iconic place now.
Exactly.
Because there's really not that many other choices to see a show.
Right. And I don't know if you've heard, but Jones Beach, we just went through a massive renovation process. Yeah. So this is the first summer that it's like, that it opened up to everybody, and it's really nice. So if you're listening and you want to go to a show, definitely check out the Jones Beach schedule and check out what they did, because it's amazing. We all love it.
Yeah, I think in Newsday they listed some of the shows, some of the highlights. I read that Bob Dylan is coming.
Well, he was the first show. Yeah. It happened already.
And so what was that like? Did you get to see them backstage? Or
No, I don't go backstage. I'm up front of the house.
Yes.
So, it was a good night. It was opening night for us. It was supposed to be Willie Nelson as well, but he was still sick at the time.
I read that, yeah.
So, it was Bob Dylan and Robert Plant.
Okay, yeah.
So, and then the next night we had, it was Maroon 5. So, it was like, two different genres.
Yeah, two different kind of generations of music. So you also have something that's really interesting. Todd and Glenn's Grubtastic Adventures on New York, Huntington Avenue. So tell us about that.
Well, New York, it's New York Avenue, actually. So like I mentioned before, I work at the Paramount. And I don't know, I'm wearing the shirt. I know people watching on Facebook Live can see me, but if you're listening to this on the radio, you can't. But I'm wearing the shirt to promote. And Todd and Glenn's Grubtastic Adventures is all about me and my buddy Glenn, before we go to work at the Paramount, there are so many great food spots on New York Avenue that we decided to create a little vlog on Facebook called Todd and Glenn's Griptastic Adventures. And we just promote the places that we eat, and we do a review. We go on Facebook Live, and we have a little show, and it's really fun. So if you're listening and you want to check out something fun and some good food places, go on Facebook and like us at Todd and Glenn's Griptastic Adventures on New York Avenue.
Yeah, it's amazing because the little, people don't realize the town of Huntington, the village in there.
It's so cool.
When you drive down, there's so many stores
so many great food places.
And if you're going to go to a show, you could eat before, you could eat after,
exactly.
So things will be opened. Yep. What do you recommend on New York Avenue there?
Oh boy, it depends what you're looking for. We have great pizza spots. We have a great Mexican spot. For pizza, Portofino is good. Ella's is amazing. Little Vincent's for the cold cheese pizza is pretty iconic.
Is the diner still on Huntington Avenue? There used to be a diner, but it was sort of like a very small in there. It probably isn't there anymore.
We have a place called Mondays. I don't know if that's the place you're thinking of, but that's off of New York Avenue.
It could be that.
Yeah, it's not Huntington Avenue. It's New York Avenue.
Yeah, New York Avenue. Yeah. New York Avenue. And then, Jericho Turnpike, right?
Jericho Main Street.
Main Street was Jericho Turnpike. You are listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien, and our guest today is Todd Silver, class of 2000. So thinking back and all the experiences that you've had really being at Nassau, and what would you tell your younger self? What advice would you give to your younger self?
To continue giving it your best. Give it 100%. Go with what your instincts tell you, and just go forward. Go forward and have fun.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
I like the way that you were able to bring your talents and likes and experiences into, the work that you're doing now. That you're working at the venues, but you're also in teaching, which is so important. And
I get the best of both worlds because it's not like the same thing. You teach and then you go to a concert at night. It's like two different atmospheres, and I love it.
And now that you're home, because obviously now there's going to be so many shows at the beach up until I guess September. When does it close for the summer?
Actually, it's going pretty late this year. We have shows, not a lot, but we have a show until in October. Actually, we have a show in October. That's I think the first time since I've been there.
Yeah, and I guess because now the weather, it seems to stay warm and, up until, the fall comes. That's really incredible too. So now when you, as an alum of Nassau Community College, for obviously we'll have a lot of incoming freshmen and, new people to the college. And they also have courses that you could take just generally, like I know they have like an Excel, like $75 class that you would take. What advice would you give to the incoming people coming for the first time? Yeah,
just to experience the most that you can here at Nassau. The school has a lot to offer. Obviously, if you're here, you're not ready to go away yet. So just take full advantage and, join the clubs, make friends, and just do the best that you can.
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the things that I think people coming in, not to be fearful of it, because again, if you say you're going to Nassau, a lot of people are like, oh, Nassau. Yeah. But really, this is kind of like this jumpstart that allows you to, pursue all the things that you're interested in, and that's very important as well. Now, as an educator, what are some of your future goals in terms of education? Would you want to do full classroom teaching at some point?
I don't know. It's hard to say because I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
So, I graduated with my education degree like a while ago. Yeah. So right now, like, it's all new stuff. The whole education world is totally different from now and from like 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's all different.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to 2000, when did you graduate from Dowling?
I graduated SUNY Oneonta 2002. So I want to say like 2004, 2005, around there.
So it's been a while, so there's probably different criteria for certification and all of that as well. But I think that working in the field, especially, no matter what it is, whether you're the classroom teacher or the teacher's assistant or however that works out, I do feel like that is very important. When because you're still using your degree, even though you still have your your music and your hobbies at night, which is really great.
Yeah, like I always tell people, like I'm using both of them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's I'm happy with what I'm doing. It'd be nice to make a little bit more money.
Yeah,
but I'm happy.
Yeah, and that's the
all that
most
matters.
important thing.
Yeah.
And I think too that you're probably making a lot of like networking contacts with people because you get to meet all people.
Yeah.
Now, people that come to the shows, what is their reaction to? Let's say they've been to Jones Beach for the first time. Like, what do you hear any feedback about when they see a show?
Yeah. We hear the feedback all the time, and people are amazed. They love the venue. They love the way it's situated on the water, and we get positive feedback, and people love what we do all the time.
Yeah, my first show at Jones Beach, I think, was Ringo, and that was when you waited online for tickets.
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
those days.
we went at like 4 a.m. and we waited online. And I remember I got like 45 mosquito bites. But we finally got tickets.
Nice.
And, that was kind of fun, though, waiting online for the tickets, where now I'm going to see him again in September.
Very cool.
But I didn't have to wait online. Obviously, you have to go online and pay the price to see him. What do you think about, ticket prices and getting tickets for shows?
Some artists are pricey.
Yeah.
But, it comes with the territory.
Right.
It's especially if you're seeing like 2 or 3 different bands, big bands, it's worth it.
Absolutely. What would you pay to see now? Like, what would be really worth seeing?
I'm not sure. I mean, my best friend and I are going actually this week to see the Foo Fighters at Citi Field.
Yeah, that's really...
So, and I'm taking my nephew to see Green Day with the Smashing Pumpkins in August.
Oh, that sounds great.
It's two main bands that we can't wait to see. And for $150, whatever the price was, $120, $140, whatever, to see those 2 bands, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's a great night out. I would like to thank our guest, Todd Silver, class of 2000. How can our listeners contact you? Yeah,
I'm on Facebook as my actual name, Todd Silver. So you could find me there if you want to contact me. That'll be cool. And like I said earlier, definitely check out our page, Todd and Glenn's Grubtastic Adventures on New York Avenue. My friend Glenn would love that to know that I gave us the shout out. So Glenn, that was for you.
Yeah, shout out to Glenn. Thanks so much for being a guest today. My name is Dr. Lynnda Nadien. I serve as a director on the board of the Nassau Community College Alumni Association, and I'm a proud alum. Lion Tales is also available as a podcast on iTunes, Android Podcasts, and Spreaker. More information online at nccradio.org. Thanks for listening to Lion Tales on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
They are our cuddlers and coworkers, purr machines and love bugs, and constant companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life so much better. When we face unexpected challenges in life, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people who love their pets, and the pets who love their people, ensuring these families stay exactly where they belong, together. And you have something to offer. With an open heart and mind, there is nothing you can't do. There's no gesture too small or too big when it comes to helping. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. You can help keep pets and people together. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.